take a drink, and perhaps there can be some discussion with his other teammates.
Well, as they refresh themselves, players
The wickets.
and umpires, I'm sure the Indian A will take an opportunity to reflect on what happened and what can happen in terms of the rest of the innings. Pandey, they're discussing, a few things with the,
So let us take
you know,
a look at the wickets that have fallen. Ramario Shepherd, a short one, which may have struck high up and then lobbed the second slip for John Campbell. Rakeem Cornwall, the big fella. Brilliantly bowled and caught behind by Devon Thomas. That was the key man, Gill. Cornwall being played out towards the long on boundary. Great catch on the part of Rothman Powell, taking Shriyash. So,
and again, set we saw the Indians losing wickets quickly. Two batters who were in, they got out in very quick succession. And Pandey has done some repairs. He he's on 33, is Pandey. Vihari is only on 9, and so a mini recovery there, and they will be looking forward to to making sure that they can post something out of the reach of West Indies A. They haven't traced very well the last two games. They've lost both games by 65 or so, and so they would want to try and keep the reins in and not allow the Indian A to post something too far over 250.
well, these two, Pandey and Vihari, they need to build a partnership. The fall of wickets, Singh went on 13, then we had Gill at 122. So Pandey is critical to the rebuilding process. They came together with the score on 137. They have taken it up to 172 for 3. So Pandey is going to be the key. He looks confident, as we mentioned. He is not just the captain, but with 23 ODIs behind him, 140 list A matches and 8 centuries. He can make a difference. He can hurt the West Indies A team. And for one, I think with 15 overs, the possibility of India getting closer to 300 than they did in the last game when they scored 255 for 8 is quite something that could happen. He's going to continue. And Pandey. Oh, that was a slow one. He was getting in position to pull, realized it was slow going across.
I think Griefer is bowling. If we have a look at this one again, slow delivery, just rolling the fingers over it and just taking the pace off. And we saw the batter there swinging way too early was Pandey. I think the whole thing here for the West Indies is to try and avoid the boundaries. We've seen a lot of pace taken off the ball. They're trying not to give them boundaries because they know that at the back end that they're going to go hard at the bowling. So I think these middle overs, they're trying to see how much they can avoid them setting a real solid platform.
Which is critical. Lovely shot. Another 4. Brilliantly played.
Again, that was a gift. It was short, it was wide, it had no pace on it. Again, rolling the fingers over it. But Pandey was up to the challenge this time and he just slapped it, just almost steered it away. Wide of the man. Looks like
Jonathan
Carter behind square.
That away from body, but well executed. Cross the ropes.
Just bowling too wide. Got to get that straighter if it's going to be effective.
Another drive. But this time Ambus is deep, sweeping well. And they're picking up a momentum here. Like to carry this on to the low end of the innings. 38 from 41. He has struck 5 fours and a 6. Down to third man, but his skill level is really one that we appreciate. Apart from steering backward of point for 4, playing to the cover, then he was able to steer this one finer towards third man, showing very high skill level for the India A team captain.
I think the Indians generally have showed that on this tour so far, the Indian A batsmen, that they can rotate the strike, that they can manipulate the singles and rotate the strike.
Chance for a run out. Not taken, so Jonathan Carter has been working quite a lot for West Indies A. So it's 179 for 3 after 36.
I think we will see this even more and more as the innings gets closer. And it wasn't even close. I think the Indians have worked it out. They have got their measure, and so they're going to challenge the West Indies A fielders. They're going to rotate the strike. They're going to push them hard because they're adamant that they want to rotate the strike. They want to keep the scoreboard ticking over. So the West Indies fielders have to be on their toes because they're going to be challenged.
So Chase, West Indies captain, West Indies A captain, making an adjustment to his field, indicating that he's satisfied. Pandey plays it back up on the track. Zorel Barthley has just replaced Kenny Benjamin. Driven over the top. 6 runs. Lovely shot. Pandey is really blazing the trail here. Moves to 35 in really excellent fashion. It was pitched up and he just stroked it nicely.
Given the opportunity to use his arms, wide delivery drifting away from Royston Chase. He stroked it over a wide long off a wide extra cover region. Good hit for 6.
It's going out to run a ball now. 45 from 44. 5 fours and 2 sixes. He's really taking things on the charge. Once again, same result. Another 6, his third. His 50 comes up. 50 coming up for Manish Pandey off 51 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 sixes. Excellent batting from the India A captain, and he's really pushing his team to what could be a good total. Let's look at it again. Sidey Austin, Hoyt, and Chase.
Using the pace of Chase, they weren't necessarily flighted deliveries.
Yeah. 50 runs from 45 balls to correct Pandey's. Now 46 minutes, 4 fours and 3 sixes. The partnership of 50 comes up from 51 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 sixes. So a partnership that is building and creating a headache for West Indies A at the end of over number 37. India A winning the toss and batting on this occasion. 192 for 3. Thrice lucky batting first. Twice been invited by the West Indies A, but now they have taken the initiative and they're motoring on to a top total.
A good half century there from Pandey. Certainly haven't missed out in the earlier games. He's looked in good touch from the time he's come to the crease and has certainly led his team.
Strong breeze going across the Sir Viv Richards Stadium, the Antigua Barbuda flag, the India flag, the Cricket West Indies flag, the third unofficial ODI. Reefer not been up to it. You said you wanted to see him, Zorel, hit the deck a bit harder, a bit more effort bowling on his part, but we have not seen that. I think this is the third match so far. Pulled away, beats Jordan into the boundary for 4. Hammering that one well, Vihari.
Leaking runs here, the West Indies A team. And they haven't taken on the chase. And here is Vihari. Short delivery, angling down the leg side. Just helped it. Helped it back with a square. Jordan was on the deep mid-wicket boundary. He moved to his right, but couldn't stop that. So Captain Chase, I'm sure, would want to pull back the reins. Approaching 200 in the 38 over.
And this out in the deep. So with the West Indies in a challenging situation, India creeping up to the 200. What other option would Chase have? Because Reefer has gone for over 7. Jordan is also under the sword. And the captain, the other bowler, who would have come into the attack but finds himself also being hammered about by Pandey in particular.
Keema Paul is also an option. He has 4 overs left.
Would bowl at the death.
But also at this stage, Captain Chase would be worried about the total, the overall total, knowing that his team hasn't batted well when they have chased in the previous 2 games. They will have to chase again today. So they want to ensure that the total doesn't get too far out of hand. Probably looking to restrict to a 260, a 270, and hoping that the batsmen come to the party today.
प्लीज फ्रेंड्स साथ में सब्सक्राइब भी जरूर कर दीजिएगा.
This one being pulled, but Jordan does well to prevent the boundary. 200 comes up. And the 200 comes up at the end of over number 38.
200 comes up as the viewing gets up to over 68,000. I'm sure they would have enjoyed 77 by Gill. Shears is 47. And now Pandey, a counter-attack in 54. As the India A captain, probably looking to target 300. With 12 overs to go. And we look at the bowling figures of the West Indies team and you look to see the bowlers who still have overs left. But Chase continues.
Keep going. Hey, no,
One of the things about the West Indies team at the World Cup was that you didn't have fielders who were feared by the opposing batsmen. And we're seeing some of that here again today, with the exception of maybe Carter.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because in the first game at Coolidge, the fielding was really excellent, but it has deteriorated somewhat. Well played. Another classy 6. Captain Manish Pandey really making light work of Ruston Chase.
The 3 6s have been hit in the same area, over mid-off in the extra cover area, playing inside out on this occasion more so than the previous two. So I'm sure Chase would now be thinking about maybe dropping that fielder to a long off and getting another fielder from somewhere else inside the circle.
Interesting you mentioned that, only the long on but no long off. Wide signal by the umpire. There was a loud appeal from wicketkeeper Devon Thomas. The umpire to get.
Having decided to stick to that field, he has also changed his line. He's gone around the wicket.
And another wide.
The pressure is on the captain. He has been taken to task into his third over, already conceding 24 with 3 6s over the extra cover mid-off long off area. And having gone around the wicket, those two deliveries have gone down the leg side wide. So he certainly has his work cut out here.
Changing his angle on this occasion, coming over. And this one is for different result, but a boundary, not a 6 this time, passing Romario Shepherd to his right.
The options here for Captain Chase is to take that man from deep cover and drop that man from mid-off out to long off, but he's decided to stick with the field. Brilliant. Good shot there. Just on the side of his left-hand side and the right-hand side of mid-off. Another 4.
Well played on this occasion by Vihari. For Chase is having that long off, because you look at least 3 of the 6s from Pandey went into that direction. One was just over the boundary. And yes, he's off spinner coming in. He's bowling against the breeze. But on that occasion, he's tempted to force it into the pads of the batsman. And 39 completed, 216 for 3.
We're seeing a passage of play where Captain Chase has not been able to counteract what has been thrown at him by the Indian batsman, either as a bowler or as captain. We've not been able to see him maneuver his field. We've not been able to see him maybe slow the game down a little bit, right, and allow the team to regain control at a time of the innings when the Indian A team would be looking to target maybe 300.
Well, with the breeze blowing that strong, it's maybe a good time to bring back Kemo Paul. Also Chase, Rakeem Cornwall. Kemo Paul is back, but Rakeem Cornwall, who would have bowled well, would have had some advice for the captain. So they were in good conference. And Kemo Paul, the man who has been called upon, he can make a difference, but he has 4. None for 26 from his 6. If he has 4 of the 11, the other bowlers who are in operation with Cornwall and, well, Shepherd already completed is going to be a challenge. Single to Pandey.
Captain Chase again caught on his heels there at mid-off. Not walking in, not saving the single, not putting the pressure on the batsman. With only 3 wickets down though, the India A team certainly has a base.
Quick single there. Not even the athleticism of Kemo Paul to stop the Indian batsmen. They're that confident now, Zora. They're getting the boundaries regularly. They're getting the singles at will. And as you mentioned, even the thought process of the West Indies A captain may have been found wanting at this stage, with the score already 218 for 3.
प्लीज फ्रेंड्स सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिएगा, क्योंकि फुल आपने कहा था एचडी और मैं लाया हूं आपके लिए फुल एचडी, पहले पता है कि सही नहीं था, अब फुल एचडी आया तो जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें.
And a win here would put the series away with 2 more matches to go. West Indies A would need to be competitive.
I think the off-stump line is where Kimo Paul is looking to target, with a man down a third man, a man deep on the offside, sweeping on the cover boundary. The challenge will be not to go too much into the half of the batsman, because there's only a mid-off.
Paul. Good angles for him. Good delivery. Rising a bit. There was Pandey attempting to cut. Paul changing his line, just holding it back a bit.
फ्रेंड प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा, अगर आप नहीं सब्सक्राइब करना चाहते तो फिर मैं मैच को रोक देता हूँ, अपनी नींद भी ज़ाया कर रहा हूँ, साथ में एमबी भी ज़ाया कर रहा हूँ। आपने कहा था एचडी अपलोड करो, तो मैं फुल एचडी अपलोड कर रहा हूँ, जो है ना वो फिर भी सब्सक्राइबर ना है तो फिर दुख तो होता है ना, तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दे मेहरबानी।
The West Indies fielders on the pressure with the singles.
What an interesting year, last 12 months or so, 12 to 14 months that Kimo Paul has had. At the start of last season, 2018, was not selected in the initial A team in the series they played. Was then called in as a replacement, and ever since he got selected with the A team in the middle of the Super 50 series, he's just been on the go. Picked up a couple of niggles in between, obviously challenging for a young player, learning his arts, gaining his strength, but someone who I'm sure in 4 years' time the West Indies are going to be looking at to be one of the mainstay of this ODI team.
Certainly. And now is the time for him to be given his just due. After World Cup, you usually rebuild. But we see the West Indies here under pressure. Power play being signaled by umpire Nigel Duguid. And a sign that there will be a change, because the West Indies, realizing the power and the strength of Manish Pandey and Umana Bihari, will be making some adjustment to the bowling attack. So it looks like Rovman Powell, who is going to pick up the attack, who is going to come in for the first time.
At the circle.
Good aggressive fielding on the part of Reefer. Being applauded by Devon Thomas behind the stumps. Rovman Powell is medium fast tough.
हाँ जी फ्रेंड, प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा, प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दें। अगर आपने बाकी मैचेस भी देखने हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करें, ताकि आप बाकी मैचेस भी देख सकते हैं।
Back to the bowler, dropped. He had a chance there, grabbed at it. In the end, didn't hold on.
Might have been deceived by the pace the ball came off the bat. Seemed to have hit the lower portion of the bat with no pace. It's almost through his run-up, his follow-through. Here we go. Short delivery, lower portion of the bat.
Tried again. 4 runs after that agonizing drop. Manish Pandey tickling this one down to fine leg. That's the way it goes. India powers on. India 225 for 3. Powell strained on the pads and just worked clinically down to fine leg for 4.
I'm sure Captain Pandey would certainly want to show the selectors, to show his followers the experience he has picked up in playing in the IPL, etc. With 10 overs to go, to show that he can take the charge.
Driven in the deep. So West Indies, really they're having a mountain to climb because Pandey is in ominous form on 68 for 63. This is the drop chance, and he should have taken that by his standards, Robman Powell.
Powell is certainly one of the more outstanding fielders in the West Indies A team. And I'm sure when he looks back at that, he would be disappointed.
Perhaps he didn't expect to come into bowl, but as you saw how things were going, had to be brought in by Captain Chase. He's not pleased. Robman Powell completing his over, and West Indies completing over number 41, 228 for 3. Pandey 69, Vihari 26. The drop catch.
Is that catch. As you said, probably brought on to bowl at a time when he was beginning to think about batting, beginning to think about the target that his team may have to chase. Unfortunately, he couldn't hold on to that, but he's been given an opportunity here by the captain to come in and bowl at the depth.
The good thing, though, Romario Shepherd, who also has 2 overs, but it's Paul. Lofted drive. Chase chases. 2 runs to the Indian A captain. Moves into the 70s.
Captain Chase being caught out again. Back of a lens, but stroked over mid-off. When there's still the option of that fifth fielder outside the circle. Now we see Captain Chase putting the man who was at a short fine leg into a long leg position.
Cuts this one, but supporting the deep.
But the length's being bowled by Kemo Paul. Probably more warrants the mid-off going back to a long on. Also with that man to a long off. And the man at long on also, a man at deep mid-wicket. And here we see it. The man coming in a short fine leg and Captain Chase himself going back to the long off boundary.
Perhaps he has a feed onto the microphone, Zora. Ambrice once again in the deep, having to feel. But you have been making that point, and it took Chase a while to recognize the importance of that. Well, you yourself, a former captain, former...
हाँ जी फ्रेंड, प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दें मेरे चैनल को। आगे भी आपने पूरे मैचेस देखने हैं इंडिया के, तो इसी रिजल्ट से आपको बाकी भी मैचेस मिलेंगे। अगर आप देखना चाहते हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करें, क्योंकि ये आप देख सकते हैं फुल एचडी रिजल्ट है। तो अगर आप देखना चाहते हैं बाकी के मैच तो जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें।
The wide once again by the West Indies, it's only contributing to this India total. We have 10 extras and all wides. So West Indies bowling more than an over and a half extra. Captaincy has challenges, naturally. Good delivery from Kemo Paul. Half-hearted shot on the part of Manish Pandey.
Captaincy certainly has challenges. The game has changed a lot. Good delivery there from Kemo Paul. Batsman looking to give himself room. Looking to probably go inside out over extra cover where there's a gap. But the captains have got to be on cue.
Full toss, but he has coverage on the boundary.
And the captains have got to be aware of the amount of boundaries that are hit. Because as we realized in the World Cup finals the other day, in the Super Over, when that was tied also, is the number of boundaries that won England the championship.
Everything matters in cricket these days, so you can't afford just a tie or just a tie in the Super Over. Lovely delivery, but well played by Vihari. Good delivery to end over number 42. India A winning the toss and batting 234 for 3. And Pandey, the captain, 73. And he may be looking to 8 overs to get 100 and to get his team across the line for 300. Gill, the man who started it, scored 77. Scored Thomas off. Bowled Rakeem Cornwall. Amal not contributing, just a duck off the bowling of Ramari Shepherd. Shreyas caught Powell off the bowling of Cornwall for 47, principal scorer, but then Pandey. And Cornwall with 2 for 37 from his 10, Ramaria Shepherd 1 for 33 from 8. Those have been the key wicket takers for West Indies.
Without wanting to be overcritical of Captain Chase, I think he did a really good job in the first game. But from what we've seen, even at portions in the second game and even today, his body language is saying something different, almost as if I don't necessarily want to be here. And at this stage, the team seems to be on autopilot.
So you made that point, and you make the case. Also, Chase's personality is that sort of calm, languid personality. He's not one of that, let's say, Rovman Powell, who is bowling, enthusiastic, always on fire, more aggressive personality. Cut down to backward point. Good cover on the boundary from Jordan. So personalities matter, and it's an experienced West Indies A team, because Rovman Powell would have captained the West Indies in limited overs cricket. That would have been an option. And Chase would have not had a lot of captaincy experience at this level, but been brought in based on his capacity. In the air, 6 runs. Well played by Manish Pandey. 100 partnership coming up of 91 deliveries, 4 fours and 5 sixes. And India A moving up to 242.
Lovely shot there. In his half, went through the line, hit it over long on.
He's really on fire here. Prospects of 100.
There are over 80,000 viewers who have tuned in to watch this India 18 batting display today.
Well, it's going rapidly.
80 from 68 balls being led by Captain Manish Pandey.
Prospects of 100.
Certainly. This is the business end of the innings.
He's really led his team well with the bat. The top scorer so far of the India 8 innings. Steadying the ship. And after 43, 243 for 3. West Indies are under the guns here at Sir Viv Richards Stadium.
But as you spoke earlier on about Captain Chase, and probably not with the experience of having captained before, he's been given a very critical role as far as the development of West Indies cricket, as far as the development of these young players, the next year. As some of these players prepare for the international series, I'm sure Chase himself will be involved in the test series. And so the selectors have looked at him as a mature head, an experienced head, and given him this job. There's a certain level of enthusiasm that ought to come with such an appointment, not one that is taken lightly.
So he has support the Indian captain Manish Pandey. On the other
फ्रेंड
hand,
प्लीज साथ में सब्सक्राइब भी करते
holding his
जाइए। अगर आपने
charges.
बाकी भी मैचेस देखने हैं तो जल्दी से
First
सब्सक्राइब करें
victory
मेरे चैनल को,
by
ताकि बाकी मैच भी आप
165
देख सकें।
runs. His team scored
सब्सक्राइब प्लीज।
190 and still was able to win. He steers it down to third man, wide third man. Devon Thomas takes it. But were the options under consideration, or it matters not?
Well, I'm sure with Rovman Powell having captained the senior team before, he was an option, but coming back from injury, it may have been thought to allow him to ease his way back in.
Raymond Reefer being driven on the bounce to Chase, feels well. Chase would also be making adjustments to the field on his knees. He's on the
हाँ जी फ्रेंड, जिन दोस्तों को पांडे की बैटिंग पसंद आ रही है तो वो जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करें। बहुत जबरदस्त बैटिंग, मुझे तो बड़ी मजेदार लग रही है, बड़े पसंद आ रही है बैटिंग। खासकर वो जो दो सेम टू सेम 2 बॉल पर 2 6 लगाए थे, क्या बात है। फिर जो आगे थोड़ी देर पहले स्टेट पे 6 लगाया था, आउट क्लास यार। तो आप जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें अगर आपने बाकी मैचेस भी देखने हैं। शॉट तेरी यार, सिंगल लो।
not really bisecting Paul and Jordan, so only a single. Harry, in fact, bringing his captain on strike. So an excellent 100 partnership by these two. We saw also in the first game, the second game, an opening partnership worth 151 runs from India A. This one has been sprayed wide. 11th wide in the India A innings. The West Indies A bowlers, they have not been bowling well, apart from Rakeem Cornwall, who was excellent, and Shepherd. Look at this. Well,
हाँ जी फ्रेंड, प्लीज साथ में सब्सक्राइब करते जाइए जरूर। अगर आपने बाकी मैचेस भी देखने हैं तो सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा। इसी तरह का आपको रिजल्ट मिलेगा फुल एचडी में। तो आप जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और इस वीडियो को भी शेयर करें। जो दोस्त मैच इस ढूंढ रहे हैं इंडिया और वेस्ट इंडीज के मैच को उन्हें आसानी से मिल सके, तो प्लीज फ्रेंड जरूर जो है ना शेयर करें। हाँ जी फ्रेंड, अगर ये पांडे जो है ना वो सेंचुरी कर देता है तो प्लीज इसके लिए इसके फैन होने के नाते हैश पांडे जो है ना वो करना चाहिए हमें। क्या ख्याल है, ट्रेंड करना चाहिए इसको। यहाँ पर भी आप चैट में भी कर सकते हैं ताकि जितने भी फ्रेंड आते जाएंगे उन्हें पता चलता जाएगा। तो दोस्तों जल्दी से चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें। शॉट,
one more delivery remaining in this over number 44, and the score is close to 250.
Just amazing what technology has done for sports, and in particular cricket. In previous years, in previous decades, we would have waited for the scores in the evening.
That's right.
Sometimes next day.
I don't know about the next day time. I know about it on the radio, and I know about it coming through the cables and the wires. Out towards the boundary, chance for catch taken by Ambrose.
यार
Ambrose taking that
कोई बात नहीं
catch.
दोस्तों, बिहारी आउट हुआ है।
is delighted.
अभी पांडे तो है, तो हमने पांडे की बैटिंग जो है ना वो मजा दे रही है। पांडे की बैटिंग एंजॉय करवा रही है हमें। तो अभी देखते हैं कुणाल आएगा या कौन आ रहा है। तो देखते हैं। तो आप जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को भी साथ साथ में सब्सक्राइब करते जाइए।
Delivery wide of the off stump. Over cover, hit over cover. Good catch by Chase. Sorry, by Ambrose.
क्या फ्रेंड इस मैच में बाउंड्री थोड़ी छोटी होती है या वही बाउंड्री होती है जो फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट की होती है?
Over his shoulder. So Bihari contributed 29 from 40 deliveries. Supported his captain well in that century partnership. But as the saying goes, if you want to be economic, you want to be economical, you can also take wickets and achieve that objective. And I'm sure that's what Captain Chase would be thinking at this stage.
He's going to need a lot more because the Indians are set 247 for 4 with 36 deliveries to go. You tend to think that the Indians would be backing themselves with wickets in hand, to get up to that 300 mark or somewhere pretty close to it, which would be the best score we've had in this series so far, and apply even more pressure to the West Indies A batting, and the West Indies A batting having not clicked at all for this series. Wouldn't want the Indians to get away too much.
Well, the West Indies has the opportunity today to pull back a game and keep the series interested. Or if the India A team wins, that's the end of the series as far as the results go. And I'm sure the West Indies are not ready to surrender.
फ्रेंड्स साथ में सब्सक्राइब भी जरूर करते जाइएगा अगर आपने T20 मैचेस भी आगे T20 मैचेस है, अगर आपने T20 भी इसी रिजल्ट में HD में देखने हैं तो जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करें मेरे चैनल को। तो लो जी, पांड्या सामने आया। पांड्या क्या कमाल करते हैं, देखते हैं यहाँ पर।
Pandey, who has looked good so far for his 84 runs. He's played some lovely shots, especially through that offside. He took a liking to the West Indies A captain Chase's bowling, hitting for a number of sixes in his short spell.
Wicketkeeper Ishan has proven to be very pugnacious on what we've seen in the games that he's played. Very jack in the box.
हाँ जी फ्रेंड, जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिएगा। ये देखिए 6 पांड्या ने 5 6 कमाल के आउट क्लास और 2 6 जो 2 बॉल पर लगाए थे वो तो एंड थे जी।
Ishan seems to bring that energy that wicketkeepers tend to bring in international cricket. Small of stature, very busy.
One of several wicketkeeper batsmen featuring these days for India. They seem to have them just throwing them out in numbers.
Well, India played 3 in the World Cup, their last World Cup game.
And then we still have people like Sanju Samson who we don't see featured recently. And you would argue that somebody like Samson could walk into 1 or 2 of the other international teams.
Well, with Dhoni and Karthik obviously on the way out, and Pant being the incumbent and most likely incumbent for all formats.
Good cricket this by the Indians. Again, just dropping it in the offside, looking for the single and getting it in the end. Good communication early on between Ishan and Pandey.
And with Saha also getting to the end of his career, I'm sure Ishan would be eyeing that spot, being there or thereabouts behind Pant. That position that Karthik would have played for a long time. But international cricket is dynamic. Opportunities pop up sometimes where it doesn't appear as if there's any.
Because you're dealing with human nature, and it's an injury here, an injury there, and it could be an opening for somebody.
तो ये दोस्तों जल्दी में सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिए क्योंकि आगे 2020 मैचेस हैं तो वो भी इसी तरह के इसी रिजल्ट में आपको दिखाए जाएंगे, तो जल्दी से आप सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए मेरे चैनल को। तो इस वक्त लगभग 4000 से ऊपर फ्रेंड देख रहे हैं, तो अगर आप प्लीज लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर दें मेरे चैनल को तो बहुत थैंक यू, और साथ में शेयर भी कर दीजिएगा ताकि जो दोस्त मैच ढूंढ रहे हैं उन्हें भी ये मैच बआसानी मिल सके। तो प्लीज फ्रेंड जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा, बहुत मेहरबानी, बहुत शुक्रिया, सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिएगा।
Taking the pace off that one, angling it from outside the off stump and running hard. Realized from early that 2 was an easy option. As he continues to be impressive.
You would think that you think that he is now thinking about a century. So the Indian scorecard looking a lot better today. Gill at the top, getting 77, 47 from Shreyas, just missing that half century. But Captain Pandey is there now, not out on 87. Got good support from Vihari, who scored 29. Something that used to be the norm a long time ago. Not so much these days.
प्लीज फ्रेंड्स साथ में सब्सक्राइब जरूर करते जाइएगा। अगर आपको मजा आ रहा है आखिरी 4 ओवर में बताइएगा। मेरे अंदाज में तो तकरीबन 60 स्कोर बनेंगे ये इन ओवर में, तो आप अपने अपने अंदाजा में बताएं, क्योंकि आप भी हम जितने मैच बार देखते हैं, क्योंकि हम खेलते भी जाए तो इतना तो हमारा भी तजर्बा हो जाता है, इतने एक्सपर्ट हम हो चुके होते हैं। तो 5 ओवर में क्या 300 से ऊपर बनेगा या नहीं? मेरा टारगेट जी 310। अपना अपना टारगेट साथ में चैट में टैग करते जाइए। हाँ जी फ्रेंड, जल्दी से अपना अपना जो है ना वो स्कोर टैच करें कि आपके अंदाजे में कितना टारगेट होगा। मेरा है जी 310। अगर कहें तो मैं वहां पर पिन कर देता हूं अपने चैट को कि 310 का टारगेट है। मेरे बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है मैच में। 310 से ऊपर हो सकते हैं, नीचे नहीं। तो आप अपना अपना जो है ना वो जरूर लिखिए कि आज कितना स्कोर बनेगा। तो क्या ये इंडिया मैच जीत सकेगा? क्योंकि वेस्ट इंडीज के पास भी बहुत बहुत बड़े बड़े ट्रेलर हैं। और फ्रेंड साथ में मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करते जाइएगा प्लीज।
Could have been overthrows there, but not taken in the end.
And just prior to Pandey getting to his 100, we can celebrate that we have got 100,000 viewers watching this live stream from the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Ground in Antigua.
I wonder if many of them are Pandey's supporters, and the news have been spread that he's approaching 100. And they've all logged on to make sure that they will him on and they see him home. Again, they're coming back for 2 and good running again. Good pushing this by Ishan. Seeing that the fielder was a bit slow off the mark and he was pushing his captain to come back for that second run. When we look at it, see there, and you see immediately pushing him to come back was Ishan.
वालेकुम सलाम लाले। मैं एक मैच चढ़िया 5505 बंदा लाइव तक रहा और मेरे अद्धे घंटे में 1600 सब्सक्राइबर ते छाला मारते जा रहे हैं। शायद यही मेरा कामयाब हो जाए ट्रिक। चेक ते कर वैसे एसजी इंडिया दा वेस्ट इंडीज दा लाइव हो रहा है ते फुल एचडी चढ़िया। चेक करके एक मिनट थले कमेंट लिखी कि कैसा है फुल है। ओ ना ना यार तुम यही नहीं तो पता 6111। ओए ओए ओए
The Indians continue to score off almost every delivery. The end of the over number 46, 260 for 4.
With 4 overs to go, West Indies would obviously, from a psychological standpoint, try to keep this total under 300. Chasing 294, 295, psychologically sounds a lot better than saying 300.
फ्रेंड इस वक्त मैं बहुत ज्यादा खुश हूँ। इतने ज्यादा व्यूअर जो है आ रहे हैं, बातचीत कर रहे हैं, तो जल्दी से प्लीज इतने ही दोस्त सब्सक्राइब भी जरूर कर दीजिएगा। मैं तो अपने दोस्तों को फोन करके बता रहा हूँ यार बहुत ही जबरदस्त जो है ना इस वक्त काम चल रहा है। तो आप जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। मुझे अब अपनी जो है ना वो जीपीए जाया करते हुए मुझे कुछ दुख नहीं हो रहा कि 4G जा रहा है, तो इसलिए क्योंकि सब्सक्राइबर भी साथ में आ रहे हैं, व्यूअर भी साथ में आ रहे हैं, और इसी तरह पांडे की सेंचुरी भी हम देखने वाले हैं लाइव। और हैशटैग पांडे जरूर याद रखिएगा दोस्तों, जैसे ही सेंचुरी हो तो जरूर अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए हमें।
210s and 290, I'll then have to ask you what are the lotto numbers for tonight. Crashed away over backward point 4. Loose delivery and given the treatment.
Admonition, showing how dangerous he can be. Certainly looking to counter-attack. Wide of the off stump. Slapped over backward a point. No chance for the fielder.
That has been one of the downfalls of the West Indies A bowling. Too many loose deliveries. And Kimo Paul, we've been saying all day, has not really been hitting the pitch as hard as he can. Sort of floating them up medium pace. And Ishan is not in a mood to play around with those deliveries. Long discussion going on between Captain Chase and the bowler.
बड़ा जबरदस्त मैच हो रहा है इस वक्त इंडिया बड़ी जबरदस्त बैटिंग कर रहे हैं यार वेस्ट इंडीज नाल आखिरी 4 ओवर रह गए ते चस आ रही है बहुत कमाल दी इंडिया बैटिंग कर रहे हैं 4 आउट 265 स्कोर पांडे 91 ईशान जेड़ा वो 10 सिर्फ 46 ओवर
was that he had brought up the man off the cover boundary into the circle.
हाँ थे
Kimo Paul didn't seem very comfortable.
इंडिया वेस्ट इंडीज गया
In the end, the man stayed up in the circle.
78 बालां ते 91 देखो वैसे तो न्यूजीलैंड दा बंदा है क्योंकि वो थ्रो दे 6 स्कोर बनदे ना है 5 बनदे ना इंग्लैंड दे 5 स्कोर बनदे ना उन्हां एक किया ते वो 6 उन्हें कीते ना जिथे उन्हें चौका दे छड़िया फिर ते कि 5 बन जाने ना उन्हें पहले चौका दे छड़िया या ठहर के दिंदा
79 deliveries in a century with 21 deliveries to go in this innings.
He would want the support from wicketkeeper batsman Ishan.
And I'm sure, having been given the opportunity to lead this team on this tour, Pandey would also be looking to impress the India selectors.
Friend, please subscribe कर दीजिए.
Good take by Devon Thomas to a wide delivery, slipped down the leg side. He's had a good game behind the stumps, Devon Thomas. Has looked busy. He plays in Dulwich today.
Some concerns as we watch that wide down the leg side. Some concerns about Devon Thomas. Not wicket keeping very much these days.
No ball delivered by Kimo Paul, adds to the woes of the West Indies, and then an unfortunate situation, the ball hitting the stumps and bouncing over the top of Devon Thomas, so getting an overthrow as well. So it continues to go wrong for the West Indies, eh? Right over there by Kimo Paul.
Even though Captain Pandey came that for the second, I'm sure he would not have minded if he was going to be on strike with this free hit.
Free hit delivery goes by for a dot ball. So Kimo Paul would have been overstepped, and the free hit delivery not punished, so he would be happy. Edging. Coming down to third man. They're coming back for the second run, and they're going to get it in the end. Good running on the part of the Indian batsman. Ishan knew that he was coming, danger end, and pushed his captain to come back for 2. End of over 47, 272 for 4.
Good aggressive cricket here from the India team. The way Ishan opened the face, ran to the far end and aggressively came back for the second, wanted to ensure that his captain, who's approaching 100, is going to be on strike for the next over. So 3 overs to go. India 272 for 4. Certainly eyeing 300 and Pandey eyeing 100. 6 4s and 5 6s from 79 balls at a strike rate of 116.5.
हाय दोस्तों, क्या पांडे इस ओवर में सेंचुरी अपनी मुकम्मल कर सकेगा या नहीं? जल्दी बताइए। ओह,
Yorker length the and he gets a single.
फ्रेंड सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए चैनल को अगर आपने आगे ये T20 मैचेस भी आ रहे हैं, अगर आपने T20 मैचेस भी देखने हैं, आगे मैचेस जितने भी इंडिया और वेस्ट इंडीज के मैचेस, आगे बांग्लादेश के मैचेस भी हैं, पाकिस्तान के मैचेस भी हैं, अगर आपने मैचेस देखने हैं तो जल्दी से मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए ताकि आप बाकी मैचेस भी देख सकें।
If you can deliver Yorkers at consistently good pace and accuracy, you certainly can become an asset in world cricket these days, especially on the T20 circuit.
फ्रेंड अपने फ्रेंड को भी शेयर करें ताकि वो भी मैच का मजा ले सके, मैच देख सके। वो शॉट यार तेरी, ओए 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 ओए, क्या शॉट यार।
That one is 6 and is signaled 6 by the umpire, so it carried all the way. Short delivery, Shepherd moving away from what he is known for in the death and pulling that one down short and was punished.
Missed his run, changed his action, was out of stride. And instead of stopping, he went through with it. Unfortunate that Shepherd didn't stop. Because if you get a replay of that, you will see that he missed his stride and he actually changed his action in delivering that delivery. Pulled it down short. And Ishan pulled it over deep square for 6. Missed the stride, change of action.
Good comeback delivery from Shepherd.
He wouldn't be aware, but he has a big audience, in excess of 118,000 people watching, where he can show his speciality, those Yorkers that he's become renowned for. 135,000 and growing.
Another single for the Indians. 279 for 4.
प्लीज फ्रेंड सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा।
Pandey, who has to be concerned, he might be running out of deliveries. Has some 14 deliveries to go. Needs 7 runs to get to that century mark.
हाँ जी, पांडे आ गया। शॉट तेरी यार बहुत जबरदस्त। दो 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 ओ
That's Carrier, who's on the field, looking to put him under pressure. Just a single, goes to 94, 281.
यहाँ पर पांडे फ्रेंड अपनी सेंचुरी के चक्कर में पड़ गया है।
Last delivery of the 48th over.
13 बालें रह चुकी हैं जी, तो 310 बनेगा। शॉट यार तेरी।
Was Yorker length, even though it was wide of the off stump.
लो जी 2 ओवर बाकी।
And 2 runs to end the over. 283 for 4 at the end of 48.
वाला बड़ा जबरदस्त मैच फंसिया जी।
That slinging
मैच बड़े
action,
कमाल का
wide and full.
इंडिया वेस्ट
But the
इंडीज
busy Ishan has been really busy since he has come to the crease. He's gone up quickly to 23. Pandey is on 94. Gill having scored 77 at the top of the innings. 283 for 4 with 2 overs to go.
Happy so far, having posted the best total we've seen in this series thus far.
Not much energy by the West Indies team as we see the bowling figures. Led by Rakeem Cornwall, 2 for 37 from 10.
Just a single to Pandey at the start of over number 49. On to 95, so he's inching ever so closely to that century mark. Ishan has been there for a busy 23. Just 15 deliveries so far in his 21 minutes of batting. A 4 and a 6 to his name. He'll probably be thinking of just dropping it and getting his captain back on. Again, the single is an offer all the time as the fielders for the West Indies area deep.
फ्रेंड प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा चैनल को
Just another single to Pandey. You felt that he wanted to beat that fielder at backward point on that occasion.
I think he saw 2 runs there if he could have gotten past the right hand of John Campbell there at backward point. He was eyeing 2 runs. Well fielded by Campbell, restricted him to a single to bring Ishan back onto strike. And at this time of the innings, Ishan is looking all business.
Bowl him! Swung across the line and missed it completely. Stumps broken. India loses their 5th wicket, 286 for 5.
Well, bowled there by Paul. Seemed to have taken a bit of pace off the ball. Ishan was eyeing up that mid-wicket boundary. There's a man there, but he was backing himself to cover that man. Swung right across. Obviously trying to see Captain Pandey to his 100. Giving him 1 delivery in this over. And then the rest of the next over.
No effort from the West Indies to try and stop the single. And Pandya takes it easily, just drops it on the offside and runs through for the single. 288 for 5 at the end of over number 49. Paul has 10 overs, no maiden, 53 runs, 1 wicket to end his spell.
Paul has come back after a slight niggle, missed the first 2 games. 10 overs, 1 for 53. Would not be totally pleased with the way things have gone. Delivered a no ball, which went for no runs off the free hit. But altogether, rhythm wasn't there. He tried early, especially in the early overs. You could see the variation of pace, variation of delivery points on the crease. But towards the end, seemed to have come back with that second spell a little bit flat. But all in all, a work in progress. As we said, 10 overs, 1 for 53. Hopefully, he'll be able to make a contribution as his team challenges this total.
So Pandya is on 97 of 84 deliveries, 6 fours and 5 sixes. So you just need 3 runs to get to that magical century.
Shepherd. He's going to push for 2. Gets 1, and Kunal Pandya is coming back, and ball not collected cleanly by Romario Shepherd. In the end, 2 runs to Pandey. Takes him on to 99, 290 for 5 in the final over. So it was a clean hit, pushing for 2. Felt that Manish Pandey was always going to come back. Might have been close had Romario Shepherd collected that one cleanly.
Was certainly struggling there.
Pandey on 19 gets his century as he drives this one into the offside. Century for Manish Pandey, 100 of 86 deliveries in 106 minutes, 6 4s and 5 6s. The Indian A captain
हाँ जी,
signals
मनीष
to
पांडे
the
का
crowd
करना चाहिए जी, हैशटैग जो है ना वो पांडे लिखना चाहिए, क्योंकि ट्रांजिशन बहुत जबरदस्त
Came in at a
सेंचुरी की
time
है.
when his team needed to push on, dominated that partnership with Vihari, and certainly has taken the attack to the West Indies bowlers today. Dominated Captain Chase with those 3 6s over the extra cover area. Stroked that one into the offside. He was always going to be on the move. Good 100.
struck away, but just for a single. So 1 more to Kunal Pandya. He's on to 2. Brings the century maker in Manish Pandey back on strike. 3 deliveries to go, and you would think that with 8 needed to get to that magical 300 mark, Manish Pandey would be looking to try and push India over that 300 mark. Swung, there's a loud appeal, is out like before. It was a length delivery from Romario Shepherd. He was looking to swing this one somewhere out of the ground. The ball crashed into his boot, and that's the end of Manish Pandey. Getting to 100, then looking to have a go. Out LBW to Romario Shepherd for a well-played 100, 292 for 6.
One of those Yorkers that Shepherd has become renowned for. Look at that. Tailing in at the end.